Good morning everyone. So today let's discuss the topic endomembrane system. Now endomembrane system actually it is a grouping of protein trafficking membrane organelles which function in close coordination with one another. Okay, that means these are membrane organelles and they will be in close association with one another. Actually the other cell organelles they do not form a coordination, okay, but these actually endomembrane system organelles they form a coordination with one another. Now for example, here we find four types of endomembrane system organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosome and vacuole. Now let us first discuss about the Golgi complex. Okay, now first let's discuss about the endoplasmic reticulum. Now endoplasmic reticulum actually it was first discovered by Porter and Thomson but was named by Porter. Okay, it is a three-dimensional structure which is complicated and interconnected system. Okay, it forms as in the type of connection like channels they occur and run throughout the cytoplasm. Now these are actually called the skeleton of the cell as they run throughout the cytoplasm. So what happened, they will provide a like bone like structures, a proper shape to the cytoplasmic content. Okay, now this endoplasmic reticulum actually they divides the intracellular space into two compartments. One is the luminal compartment, that is the portion inside the endoplasmic reticulum, and the extraluminal compartment, that is the outer side, that means the rest of the cytoplasm. Okay, now this actually what happened, the extent varies from cell to cell, that means how much it is present, how long it will be, what is the type, it will be different from different type of cells. Now basically what happened, endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two types, a smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now the smooth endoplasmic reticulum means what happened here, actually the surface doesn't consist of any type of granules. Okay, so that's why that is known as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now in this diagram you see that here not a single granule is present, isn't it? That means this is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. But whereas in this structure you can see small dots are present, that means it is a granular structure. That's why this is known as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, now these granular structure give them a rough appearance. Okay, these are actually ribosomes which are attached on the surface, and that's why they give a rough type of appearance. Now when we are discussing about the structure of endoplasmic reticulum, we find that there are basically three main types structures in the endoplasmic reticulum. Now these are cisternae, vesicles and tubules. But again what happened, in these channels or spaces, that means within the tubular structure, some fluid like substances are present which are known as the endoplasmic matrix. Okay, now the three structures of endoplasmic reticulum are cisternae, vesicles and tubules. The cisternae are actually flat interconnected sac like substances. Okay, they are always found parallelly occurring in bundles. Now see, these are cisternae, they are sac like or the channel like tube like structures, they will occur in a group. Okay, not singly, they will occur in a group and they are known as the cisternae. Vesicles actually these are round sac like structures, the small round structures that you can see, these are the vesicles. And tubules, these are tube like extensions which may or may not be connected to the cisternae. Okay, they may be single they can appear, or sometimes they may be divided, the same branch may be divided, branching may occur, or else they will occur singly. So these are the three main basic structures of endoplasmic reticulum: cisternae, vesicle and tubule. Now the functions of endoplasmic reticulum, it actually provides a large surface inside the cell for various physiological activities. Okay, now again already I have told you that it provides act as a cytoskeleton for intercellular substances. Okay, that means it will provide a mechanical support to the colloidal cytoplasmic matrix. It keeps the various organelles in position. Okay, then it controls the movement of materials. It is the main means of quick intracellular transport. That means tubes are present, so these tubes will help in intracellular exchange of substances. Then they sometimes what happen, conduct informations from cell exterior to the interior portion. That means between cytoplasm and nucleus, the informations are transferred from one another with the help of this endoplasmic reticulum. Now when we are again studying separately, if we study the rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, now as ribosomes are present, so what happened, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, they will help in synthesis of serum protein, membrane protein and other types of proteins. Okay, so this is important thing, because we know that ribosomes are mainly, these are the protein factories of the cell. So when they are present in the endoplasmic reticulum, that means they will help in protein synthesis. Okay, so these are the main important functions of endoplasmic reticulum. So go you study them properly. Okay, the function, structure, when if a note comes to write on endoplasmic reticulum, first of all you have to mention who found it first, who named it, okay, what is its definition, types, structure with the diagrams. Okay, the diagrams are simple, you have to write it, and then the functions. All these points have to be mentioned properly. The second endomembrane cistern organelle is the Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. Okay, now this was actually first named by Camillo Golgi, and accordingly in respect to his name, the name Golgi complex was given. Okay, now it is actually a complex cytoplasmic structure and is made up of smooth membrane sacules or cisternae. They form a network of vesicles, tubules, okay, and help in various type of functions of the cell. It is actually surrounded by cytoplasm, and that means surrounded by an organelle free cytoplasm, that's known as the zone of exclusion or Golgi ground substance. Okay, these are some important terms that are important for you. Now actually what happened, these Golgi complexes are completely absent in prokaryotic cell, because while we were studying about prokaryotic cells, we have already mentioned that cell organelles are absent, but these are actually present in the eukaryotic cells. Okay, so Golgi complex completely absent in prokaryotes but present in the eukaryotes. Now they are present in the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, now actually when we are studying about in plant cell, actually the Golgi apparatus is formed of a number of unconnected units which are known as the dictyosomes. Okay, and they basically help during cell wall formation. Now the structure consists of cisternae, tubules, vesicles and vacuoles. Okay, now you can see that here some sac-like structures are present. These are the long sac-like structures which are arranged. These are known as the cisternae. Okay, they are all arranged in a stack, cisternae or sacules, these are called. Okay, now they are filled with some matrix-like substances in the interior part. Okay, now the convex side is known as the forming phase, and the concave phase is known as the maturing phase or the trans phase. Okay, we can call them as cis or trans phase also. Now the tubules, actually they form a complicated network towards the periphery. Periphery means towards the sides, isn't it, of the maturing phase. And vesicles, these are small sac-like structures. They may be smooth or coated. They are also present on the peripheral sides. Okay, then there are some secretory, they contain secretory substances, and if these secretory substances are present, then that particular vesicle is known as the secretion vesicle. And some type of vacuoles are present. That means these are the expanded part of the cisternae. The cisternae gets modified, it expands and forms some vacuoles which are known as the Golgian vacuoles. Now the main function of Golgi body is secretion of some type of substances. Okay, that means all the glandular cells depend upon Golgi complex for packaging of their various substances. Okay, so that is an important part. So again, what happened? They help in membrane transformation for converting one type of membrane into another type. Okay, now protein is being synthesized, so that particular lipid synthesis, protein synthesis, these are helped by Golgi apparatus. Now most of the complex carbohydrates, these are actually what happened, synthesized by the inside the Golgi complex. Now they also help in synthesis of some type of pigments. Okay, then formation of acrosomes, that means the tip of the animal sperm, acrosome, isn't it? So they will help in acrosome formation also. Then they help in new cell wall formation. So when we are studying about cell wall origin, structure, then we actually what happened, formation of cell wall during cell division, the Golgi complex, they play a very important role for this cell wall formation. So these are the all functions. Many more functions are also present, but these are the main important functions of Golgi complex. So again, for Golgi complex, who first discovered it? Where it is present, the structures and the functions along with the diagram. So all these things are important, and when you are drawing a diagram, it is very necessary that you label it properly. Okay, so go through the video, go through the notes, study them very properly. These two organelles are simple. So if you have any problem, any words get confused, so please then let me know.